Hey, what's going on YouTube? Just catching up on some videos. Part of Jake's beer mail that he sent me. This is his amber, which he writes, this 11-hour amber is the evil twin recipe. I won 3rd place with this one a couple weeks ago, all 8 hops but no whirlpool. This beer had no hops added until 20 minutes left in the bowl. Sure, he bottles from the keg, so I'm not going to worry about any yeast in the bottom of this. Didn't get too aggressive with the pour, obviously. Very nice amber color. Just has a little red tint to it. I don't know if I'll put this up or if I'll just send it to Jake or something if I can. This smells good. Let's see, we got Centennial, Amarillo. Looks like those are the only 2 hops used. About 1/4 ounce of Centennial at 20 minutes. 0.21 ounces of Amarillo, also at 20 minutes. Whirlflock or Irish Moss at 15. 1/2 ounce of Centennial in 10 minutes. 0.41 ounces of Amarillo at 10, and an ounce at Flame Out. And then he used an ounce, I'm assuming that's dry hop, it just says boil 0 in the primary. Oh, that smells so good. Oh man, that's a great beer, Jake. Evil twin recipe. You can see I'm catching up on some videos back there. Jake going in the background. Matter of fact, I'm making a Bell's Two-Hearted Pale Ale, IPA today. Jake was kind enough to loan me some hops. He sent me a little over 5 ounces of Centennial because I'm doing the all Centennial recipe. And I harvested this yeast, as I may or may not have mentioned. I don't remember if I posted. I did post that. This is the yeast that I harvested out of the bottles of Two-Hearted IPA from Bell's. Let me go check on my bowl real quick. I got my baby gas drops in there, but I don't want it to get away. And we're back. Well, those baby gas drops, and things. I know I showed them to y'all before. Somewhere around 190 degrees to 200 degrees, somewhere in there. When my wort reaches that point, on a 5-gallon batch, I'll have about 7 gallons of wort in there pre-boil, and I'll put about 22 drops, which is pretty much the whole, almost the whole dropper full of those that you can pick up at Walgreens. As you can see, this is just the Walgreens brand. I also went ahead and bought me some Firmicap on an order I placed not too long ago, so I'll use that as well. But when I went over there to check that thing, I had it going pretty good. I always have to turn that thing down pretty good bit once I get boiling, because I do a real vigorous boil to start with, but then I have to adjust it down to that vigorous boil so it's even way above that. But when I went over there, the foam was like within 1/2 inch of the top, but it was just staying right there. So I just dialed it back down and I let it go. I set my timer at 10 minutes and then let it boil for about 10 minutes before I do my 60-minute hop addition, and then I count down from there. I'm doing on this Centennial recipe. Get another sip of this. This is excellent. It's got a good malt background to it. It's a excellently balanced beer with the maltiness as well as the hops. I love that. I'm not a big malt fan unless it has the hops to back it up. But what was that? Oh, the hop bill on this calls for 60 minutes, 45, 30, 15, and flame out, which is like, to me, when I first started brewing, almost everything seemed like it was 60, 45, 30, 15, and flame out, or 5 minutes, 1 minute, whatever. I've read a lot, and I've gotten away from using a 30-minute hop addition. I may use a 45, but I'll generally jump from a 45 to a 20. There's a lot of commentary, opinions, and whatnot about the 30-minute being a waste of hops. So what do you guys think? With this grain bill, I think we have We have 3/4 of an ounce. These are 10.9% AAUs that Jake sent me, alpha acids on these hops. We got 3/4 of an ounce at 60, 3/4 at 45, a half an ounce at 30, a half an ounce at 15, and then 1 ounce at flame out. So I'm gonna follow the recipe. I've been, like I said, omitting the 30 out of there. Well, let's just take a peek real quick. If we came over here to the 30, I know it's going to affect the alpha acids or the bitterness of this beer. Right now it's 66 IBUs is what it's showing on Beer Tools Pro. If I take out that 30-minute hop addition, it drops to 53.8, so almost 54. Put that back in and save it. But what's your opinion on that? You know, do you, is 30-minute hop addition necessary? Is it a waste? Obviously, on the program, it shows it affects the IBUs, the bitterness of the beer on the backside, which I know you could make it back up. But let's say if I have to make that up and add a 1/4 of an ounce here or half an ounce there, you know, maybe a 1/4 of an ounce at 45 and a 1/4 of an ounce at 20 to get it back up around 66, well then I really didn't save any hops. So I guess it maybe is going to be a matter of flavor, aroma, I don't know, but what's your opinion of that? Man, I wish I'd have had some more of these. I started with this one because it was the 11th Hour Amber Ale. He also sent me an IPA, which is an 11th Hour IPA, and says that was a test to see what kind of bitterness flavor I would get in a clean IPA with only late hop additions with a 15-minute whirlpool. This beer had no hops added until 20 minutes also. I'm not sure about this beer. It does, however, let me know what flavor and aroma I get from only late hop additions with the Amarilla and Simcoe, which I love both of those as well. But the taste definitely does not follow the nose, at least for me. I don't think I care too much for it, but again, it was a test just to see what the late hopping would do. So I'm going to finish this one and I'll pop back up and maybe we'll do a test on that one as well. I'll be back. Thought I'd pop out here for a sec. Show you my bowl I got going. Ready to put some of Jake's hops in there. Smell that? It smells good. Set the timer. Wipe these down. I keep them out here in the garage upside down, but I always like to wipe them out. Use same type of glass as the one we used before. Not that really matters. Smells similar. Nice. Yeah. Look at that. Pulp is clear. Jake makes some clear friggin' beers, boy. Just gonna have to get me some Whirlfloc, because I use Irish moss, which is the same daggum thing, but I guess more in its natural state. Look at that. Now with this one, I'm gonna say I get more of the Amarillo in my nose here. Because to me, for lack of a better way to say it, and I know it sounds gross, but Amarillo smells like BO or something. It's not a bad BO, and I know that's a bad way to describe it, but pungent, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word. Boy, look at that. It's crystal freaking clear. Crystal. Let's do it. I like it. I think that's what getting those Amarillos. That's what we're. Make these. Yeah, because we had half an ounce of Amarillo and half an ounce of Simcoe at 20 minutes, and then an ounce of Amarillo at 10, along with an ounce of Simcoe. Amarillo Gold Aroma Steep, 0 minutes, so that's flame out, another ounce of each, Amarillo and Simcoe, and then dry hop with Amarillo. I'd say, I've only had one sip, but let's see, he's sitting it does not follow the nose. I agree with that. The taste does not follow the nose, that's for sure. Jake said he doesn't know how to do beer reviews. I don't believe that crap for a second. But I would have never put that together, I don't believe. Like I said, more the Amarillo on the aroma, overpowering the Simcoe. Simcoe were, sorry, I keep bouncing back and forth here. This puppy up in front. Simcoe's 12.2 EDU, so I don't know how to describe that. Definitely to me seems that the Amarillo overpowers the Simcoe in this. You don't like this? I don't think I care too much for it, but again, it was a test. I can see, but you know what, Jake? You take this puppy right here and tweak it. I guess. You know, what about doing the same thing with Centennial and Simcoe? I think those would complement one another. I still think it's a great beer. Maybe I just don't have as refined a palate as Jake does, but I like it. Has a little sweetness to it. I love that color too. That's the color that I try to shoot for on. Or that's, I would say, my favorite color to me, because to me it's not too dark. You know, it's not going to be too heavy. It's going to be a lighter beer. Not light. Maybe that's a bad, but you know what I'm saying. It's not going to fill you up as much. I just think it's the Amarillo. I think that's what I'm tasting. So, there you have it. Once again, I'm going to get back to brewing. Give you another clarity shot there. I can see all the way through. I can see that camera through that beer. So, there you have it. Peace.